Howdy everybody, and welcome to Legendary Discussions Episode 3. Oh yes, we're starting to get in. This is our first week finished. Totally excited about it. Not too many views yet, but you know what? I'll just keep advertising like a shameless whore, as they say, and eventually it'll happen. But those of you who are watching, thank you. Much obliged. Today's discussion, actually, we're going to take a look at assassins, specifically mid lane. I do believe they deserve their own discussion day, just because of the disruption and pure killing power that most of them bring to the table. Not all of them are built the same though. We'll delve into the AD versus the AP argument and take a look at all of it in general and see if one is better than the other. So, I think the first place to start with this whole discussion, shall we say, while I flip a table over, is who are they? So the mid lane assassins are Akali, Katarina, Diana, Evelynn, Talon, and I don't think we're gonna count Zed quite yet. He can qualify, but I don't know. Zed's just okay at the moment, so we'll leave him out of the argument at the moment just because of how new he is. So, which is better, AD or AP? I mean, honestly, you have both options, but if you decide to take the AD option, you're really going to only have one. You got Talon. That's about it. Better is, well, it's by perspective. I mean, both of them are extraordinarily bursty. AD is one of those, though, that gets countered a little bit easier than AP, I would say. Mostly because people have scaling armor. So the goal of an attack damage assassin is to stay above the armor curve. That is the only way you can win. You can have, you can get carried by your team. You can carry your team very well as Talon. I'm not going to put him down at all. I love him. But you have to stay above the armor curve. Because the minute that they start getting that, 30 and 40% reduction innately, your damage is going to drop like a rock. And though your damage is capable of incredible amounts, Talon himself, his burst is nuts. His scaling is insane. But that doesn't necessarily equate well when actually played in-game. So, currently, AP assassins have more of a role than AD ones do. I mean, this is just the way of things. Who do you see in mid nowadays? Like 90% of all games, you see Katarina mid. If it's not Katarina mid, it's Diana mid. Those two are just dominant right now. Evelynn, Evelynn was very dominant in lane. But not many people are playing her now just because of the nerf. And I'm not going to say that the nerf was too much, nor am I going to say that it was too little. We all know that Evelynn's ultimate was overpowered as hell. That's just all there is to it. But nowadays, people have moved on to Diana and Katarina specifically because of the burst potential between those two. So let's start with Kat. We're going to focus on these. Akali is in there, and she has massive burst, but she's not played all that much of late. So let's chat about Katarina and Diana and why they're so strong. Katarina has an alright laning phase. Against specific champions. Against other ones, against very, very long-range champions who can just continuously poke her, she has a fairly hard time. Granted, she has no mana. So, Katarina really doesn't have to worry about, oh, I'm going home. It's, oh, my health is kind of low, I think I should back now, kind of thing. She can continuously throw those bouncing blades. That's what gives her all of her poke potential. And now that her bouncing blades are somewhat directable, she's become a lot better at poking. Not as strong, mind you. I mean, her old blades were just, they would chunk you for pieces of your health, but they wouldn't, they were not able to be directed. They would just kind of randomly bounce around. You might get hit by it, you might not. So, it made her very unpredictable. Diana. Well, no, before we go on to Diana, let's finish Katarina. Let's finish a thought here, Fox. So, talking to myself. Katarina is also strong because of her passive. I mean, really, that is what makes Katarina Katarina. the fact that you wait and you wait and you wait until fights are almost done and your team has just about died, not gonna lie, because it's been a 4v5 the whole time, and then you go in and you clean up and you get kill, assist, kill, and every time, okay, that's more than 5 people, but still, you know, when you get that kill, you get the refresh on everything but your ultimate, and you get a quarter of your ultimate taken down. So you just go boom, 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 one after another, and eventually you've cleaned up and you've got a pentakill right then and there. And that's just because you have no cooldowns. She follows along the lines of Darius of cooldowns. What cooldowns? Particularly in team fights. Diana's a little bit different. Diana is she's much more risky, shall we say, because Diana, to do all of her damage, she does have to go in, and she has to kind of stay there just for a little bit. You know, she can go burst real quick, but if she wants to get that third proc in, unless she's had minions to hit, she does have to continue wailing on specific people, like any target in front of her, just to get that AoE auto attack to proc. Diana, though, is insane. Her ability on her Q, her ratio is 0.8, which means for every 100 ability power that you gain 80 damage on your Q, which already has a very, very high base damage. Diana is, in my opinion, one of the best assassins, just because she hits you with that Q, causes you to have a moon glow on you, and jumps in, and that ultimate, mixed with her third proc, will just shred you. It really will. It'll just go 0 health. Sound effects and all. It's just how it is. Diana is nasty. That's all there is to it. So if we compare these two to AD, where Talon has to stay above the armor curve, to be honest, ability power wins out there. Because ability power is a lot more expensive to build than armor is. And you don't innately get ability power. Yes, ability power. You don't innately get ability power. No, you don't innately get magic resist. There we go. My linguistic skills have apparently faltered. So, itemization. Itemization between AD and AP is rather silly at the moment, let's be honest. Itemization for AD involves, step 1, build Bloodthirster. Step 2, build Last Whisper. Step 3 through 6, build Bloodthirster. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous at the moment. Talon played at his best, okay, so that he can have the maximum amount of burst possible against every target is Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Bloodthirster, 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 Bloodthirster. I mean, really, you want to have all the AD you can, and then the armor penetration just to get through. You know, that's how he's done. And, oh my god, God forbid you actually get that done. Holy cow, is his burst insane. I mean, let's not discount Talon here. Talon is a great champion. He really is. He's very risky. I'm going to say that much. He's extremely risky. But he pays off in dividends just because his abilities stack with AD so well that he can just shred people if he's able to get that far. The problem is, Talon's early game is atrocious. It is awful. I mean, you have to go in, and he's only good against certain matchups. While AP, on the other hand, is very bursty, as we all know. Katarina, Diana, Evelyn, Akali as well. Akali's, we're not going to push her out of this one too. She's insane. They're much more bursty. They really are. Especially early, because their base damages and the magic resist isn't as high, and no one's gaining magic resist on them unless they're building it specifically, and then they're losing damage. So I mean, it's really, really tough to take down these AP assassins early. And I think the biggest difference between them is that the itemization late is so bad for ADs that, I mean, honestly, everyone says the statement, you know, AD assassins need spell vamp. But when you look at this, I mean, okay, let's see who would benefit from that. So, Talon. Talon, if he had spell vamp, would only be able to use it on one move. Let's be honest. One ability. He wouldn't gain Spell Vamp from his Q. No. No, 2 ability. Oh, I lied. Oh, see what you're doing there? Making a fool out of me. No. Oh, brain. Talon would only gain from 2 abilities. He would only gain from his W, which is AoE, and his R, which is AoE, so he'd have severely reduced... He would have severely reduced regains. And it's useless on him. Pantheon's the same way. The only thing he's going to benefit from that would be single target would be his Spear Shot, and it's not going to give him enough to discount going with a Bloodthirster where you could gain exactly the same amount, if not more health, on just 1 auto attack. So, itemization is a real big issue right now with ADs, but that's something that they're going to change with Season 3, so I'm really excited to see what Riot has in store. So, the results of this discussion. I know this is the most exciting part of this whole thing, where you've listened to me blather on about absolutely nothing and my faults with grammar. So, AP in a much better spot today than AD is. AD assassins are so niche that it is like impossible to actually use them effectively, because they're countered by hard CC, they're super squishy, they rely on their auto attacks, and the itemization is awful. But if they do get like Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Bloodthirster times 5, then they're a little scary. It's true. They're very scary. But AP is scary all the time, so that's why you just don't see these people like Talon and... Okay, I guess. Are we going to count Zed? Are we going to count Zed, really? I don't know. Leave your comments in the section below. Tell me what you think. Should we account for Zed? I don't find him all that strong, to be honest. I bought him and I am extraordinarily disappointed. That's 6,300 IP that just went done. So, we're not going to count him at the moment. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think, though. Where is the itemization? Do you feel that AP is much stronger than AD? Do you disagree with anything I would say? I would love to hear from you guys. Hey, look, a phone. I thought I turned you off. Anyways, hope to hear from you guys soon. Tell me what you have to think. Subscribe if you enjoyed what you have heard today. And my name is Fovox. Salute. We'll see you guys next time.